Drones. I don't like the word drone because it always reminds me of something with a rocket on it or something like that. A quadcopter. I've been flying these since 2012 actually, and quite enjoy them. And the other day, the other month actually now, I bought myself the little Sparks quad, which I bought it as a compromise really, because there's so much about getting registered, and they're going to stop you doing this and stop you doing that, and the little Sparks isn't something that's in your face so much as the bigger quads, like these ones and things like that, So I thought I'd go for this, and I didn't expect much of it actually, but more people say, oh, it's a beginner's quad, but it is. It's great for a beginner's, and also for a progressive one from that, for taking videos or still films and loads of different hobbies from it, which I find it quite useful and fun to play. You go up with the DJI Phantoms and Aspire and things like that, but I find the Phantoms great for long distance and stuff, and the Sparks there is great for close work, and it does go quite a way anyway if you've got the remote as well. Well, what I've come on today for basically is to say about a little piece of plastic that I've made up to make it so that I could fit my iPad on. It's just a piece of plastic from a fascia board from a house, where the guttings are and things like that. It's quite easy to cut and easy to fit basically. It's just like that. You make the shape of your phone there, it slides in like that, no trouble. You see that I've got a hole at the back. Basically you don't need that if you're just using your iPad or something like that, but I use it for a crystal screen as well, which I find quite good. Not as bright as they make out, but it's usable. You can see in the sun, whereas say with the iPad and those, you have a job. So this is just a little piece of plastic cut to the shape, a couple of wristbands on it, which hold it on, no trouble at all, and you can marry it up with your cable if you want to, or you can do it by Wi-Fi, and this makes a cheap way out and spending a load of money on these things that go back, because they're all out making money nowadays. And with this, it just fits on and you're there, no trouble at all. It flies well, goes well. And as for the Sparks, I think it's a great little quad actually. I've got no axe to grind because I do this for a hobby. As I said, I've done it since 2012. I've gone through most of the Phantoms one after another, and basically I bought this screen to go onto a Phantom 4 rather than go onto the top Phantom 4, and then you can use it for what you want. Then you can kind of use an iPad or whatever, so that you can use third-party apps, whereas if you buy one of these you can't use third-party apps, you just got to use theirs. But that isn't why I was coming on to this about it, make this little video. But also with this little piece of plastic that I've built up, I've also put a little hole in it. You can see it from there, a little hole in the front, and I fit a GoPro on it. Well, this is not a GoPro, but you can fit a GoPro or a camera on it, and you can be taking your film of your quad as you're also viewing it on the front there, and no trouble at all. So you've got best of both worlds. So I hope that's helpful, and see you again sometime. All the best.